Alright, what's up everybody? My name is DeltaWolf556 and I'm back with episode 76 of my Fallout New Vegas playthrough. Last time, I disabled Mr. House and disconnected him from his computer. He's still alive, kind of maybe a little bit brain dead, but he's still alive. I didn't murder him or anything. And then I also orchestrated a treaty between the NCR and the Brotherhood of Steel. And yeah, they probably are gonna have a few problems, you know, because they're probably still not too happy about, their history, but that's not really my problem. You know, the NCR needs help, and I got them some help, so they can't be complaining too much. But in today's video, Colonel Moore wants us to ensure President Kimball's safety when he arrives here at the Hoover Dam in a little bit to give a speech to boost morale for the troops of the NCR. So we need to go up to the visitor center, speak to Ranger Grant, and see what we can do about that. So the reason I started the episode down here and not up in the visitor center is because when you do the Brotherhood NCR treaty, the Brotherhood sends Paladin Todd, who's probably named after Todd Howard, to talk to, I think, Colonel Moore about getting their power armor back. Now, it's supposed to trigger when you walk through this and come back in here. But I was already down there, so you can talk to her anytime.
Hey.
Hey. Yeah, I guess he's just gonna say hey to us. Go away.
Those Legion elite troops.
This is unacceptable. We demand the immediate return of our power armor.
A battle is about to be fought out there. To come here requesting our men to give up their armor is insane.
It is not your armor. That power armor is property of the Brotherhood of Steel, and you have no right to claim it as your own. Hey.
And then that's their little conversation. So you can either talk to Colonel Moore and convince her to give the armor back, or you can talk to Paladin Todd and convince him to allow the NCR to keep using the armor, which is what we're going to go with.
NCR? No better than common thieves. Where do they get off stealing our armor?
The speech of 40. Would it be so bad to lend them the armor for the battle?
It would mean more people better protected and able to fight.
Exactly. And then that'll complete this little, not even really a side quest, it's just, I guess, a little unmarked optional objective that's a part of the For the Republic Part 2 quest. Wow, I heard every word of that conversation. That was a great conversation that you were having with this NCR trooper, Paladin Todd Howard. Anyway, let's go to the visitor center. So here's Ranger Grant over here, but over here we got some heavy troopers. These are the NCR heavy troopers that are basically using Brotherhood T-45 power armor, but they removed like the servo system or whatever, so the armor's got to be extremely heavy, but it's going to protect, it's the best like NCR armor that they have, and you know, it's pretty good. And it doesn't require power armor training because, you know, like I said, they removed all the stuff from it to make it power armor, so it's just armor, not power armor. And then it's got the little NCR logo on the chest piece there. But anyway, hello there, Ranger Grant.
I've heard of you. I'm glad you're here to help us out. This is a delicate matter, and we need all the help we can get from people we can trust. We've got a lot to do to prepare for the President's visit, and not much time. Once we start, we'll be on a strict timetable. Are you ready?
I have some questions first.
Ask your questions, but keep it short.
Can I use my weapons during the President's visit?
We trust you, so you're free to have your weapons. Just don't do anything too crazy, and we'll back you up.
So what are your security arrangements?
Security detail consists of rangers stationed here at the dam. Some will keep an eye on the crowd while others will watch the perimeter. Snipers and sharpshooters have been assigned to key locations, and we also have a special canine unit sniffing out members of the crowd. I've also locked down access to critical locations, such as the landing platform on the visitor center.
Well, I'm gonna need access everywhere.
Alright, I'll give you full access.
Do you have a detailed schedule for the visit?
I have a full itinerary here. Here you go.
Do you have any leads on possible security threats?
The Legion will definitely try something. We don't have any solid leads yet. I'd almost expect something direct from them. But given the circumstances, there's a possibility of something more subtle, like sabotage. But since we don't have anything solid, we'll just have to keep our eyes out for anything out of the ordinary.
What can I do to help?
Someone like you, I'm just glad to have you on board. Do whatever you can. Security sweeps, talk to people, keep an eye out.
Alrighty, done with questions?
There's nothing else, then let's get moving.
Alrighty, I am all set.
Good. The President doesn't arrive until tomorrow. Get some rest. I'll brief you in the morning. Forlorn hope. Now we've got a chance to hold it. Wish I could have been there to see Caesar die. What an asshole. Glad you could join us. Most of my men are already on duty, and the crowd has already started gathering outside. We've got a busy day ahead of us.
So what's the plan for today?
The plan is to get through today without the shit hitting the fan. So I'll be overseeing the security team personally, and keeping in constant contact with people over the radio. It's a good bet that the Legion is gonna try something today, so we have to be prepared for anything. We'll do whatever it takes to get the President through this visit in one piece.
Alright, let's get this show on the road.
President Kimball is arriving shortly. If you want to do any last-minute security sweeps or take a look around for anything suspicious, do it now. Once you're ready, meet me outside on the observation deck. But don't take too long.
Alright, sounds good. So we're going to start by using this terminal right here, which is not marked in red, so nobody's going to get mad at me for using it. There we go. Second try. So now we can take a look at the Hoover Dam security report. The security report, Ranger Grant. With the President's arrival today, security is running a final sweep of the area, making preparations. Only members of the security team will have weapons at the President's speech. This means that all troopers at the speech must relinquish their weapons beforehand. We will limit people allowed to see the speech to a small number to reduce any potential risk to the President. I've gotten word that the President is traveling with only 2 Rangers, so our security team will need to be on full alert. I'd still like to log my concerns about not having enough time to prepare for this, but we'll do our job here today. Then we can view the engineering report. We've received word that the President's vertibird is having some issues with the flight control computer. I've had some of the techs here examine the logs that were sent, and we think we can fix the issue with a small computer update. Ranger Grant has given me permission to have one of the NCR engineers examine the vertibird when it arrives, as well as having our computer update the vertibird systems after it arrives. So that could be of use to us. And then lastly, we'll view the security duty roster. Duty roster access. You notice that the duty roster has been accessed by an unknown login ID. It'd be a good idea to keep an eye out for anything out of the ordinary. And it says keep an eye out for sniper locations. So the basic assignments are this. Rangers will secure the perimeter and keep an eye out for any external threats. Additional Rangers will be stationed around the stage and the crowd. Their primary job is to keep an eye on the crowd to make sure nothing funny happens. I want sharpshooters positioned at the following potential sniper locations: Visitor Center roof, Western Ridge, Dam Tower 1 roof. I want a radio up here to check in. Stay frosty today. Nothing bad is going to happen on our watch. Grant. That is everything we can get on there. So now what we can do, we head up these stairs and we will find... Yes, here she is. Just the engineer I was looking for.
Hey, you haven't seen my friend around here, have you? His name is Ben, and he's an engineer. We were supposed to meet up so we can watch the President's speech together, but he hasn't shown up yet.
Well, I haven't seen him.
Okay. Well, I guess I'll just keep waiting. Sorry to bother you.
That's alright. And then what we will do is we'll head back down, and then we will find this closet over here, this supply closet. And then we find a puddle of blood on the ground. Then we can examine it. There's a pool of blood on the floor, and we can examine it with our perception. You examine the area and notice a bloody wrench and a toolbox nearby. Someone was killed here recently, and judging by the scene, it was one of these engineers. You should keep an eye out for any engineers acting strangely. And that engineer is obviously her friend. And then there is an NCR jumpsuit, engineer jumpsuit in here, so if you need an NCR disguise or something, it's in there even when you're doing this with the Legion side of the quest, or the Legion side of this part of the game. So right in front of the Visitor Center, we'll find the NCR guard dog that Ranger Grant was telling us about. Now, they're not normally German Shepherds. It's because I got a mod that replaces NCR guard dogs with the texture of a German Shepherd, which I think is a little more fitting. And then I guess if you're siding with the Legion, will make you think twice about killing the NCR guard dogs because, you know, they're German Shepherds, and German Shepherds are awesome. They're my favorite breed of dog. But yeah, we can talk to Ranger Stevens here about borrowing his NCR guard dog to, like, check out the area and, like, maybe sniff out any threats or anything. But we don't need to do that because we have our good boy, our great boy, Rex right here. And Rex can sniff out any of the threats and stuff that NCR guard dog can do. He's really just there so that way if you don't have Rex, you know, you still have an option to, like, kind of help you out here. But we'll go ahead and talk to Ranger Stevens. How's it going?
Hey, I heard about you. What can I do for you, friend?
It's a nice looking dog you have there.
Thanks. We haven't been paired together long, but he's a smart dog.
Would you mind if I borrowed him to check out the area?
I don't think so. You already have a dog right there.
I like that line. I think it's funny. So, have you noticed anything suspicious?
Nope. Haven't noticed anything strange at all. Neither has my friend here, and he has a good nose for these things.
Alrighty.
Bye.
Alright, so let's go ahead and talk to Ranger Grant and get this show on the road.
Have you finished your security sweep?
Indeed I have. When will the president be here?
Looks like that's his vertibird coming right now. It's showtime. Let's not mess this up. Now, if you'll excuse me, I've got some security procedures to oversee.
Alrighty, sounds good. So, we're going to head onto the roof of the visitor center where the landing pad is at. We already have full access everywhere, so we don't need to convince Private Jensen to let us go up there. And once we're up here, we'll notice there's a definitely an NCR engineer. He's the NCR engineer who's going to fix the vertibird, you know, because it's having some issues, as we read on the front desk terminal in the visitor center. That's definitely who it is. It's kind of funny because the president's vertibird's name is the Bear Force One. It's kind of a funny name for it. Now, I don't get why they go around the front way, because it would take less time for them to just go from right here to there, but whatever. I wonder what he just did. I don't know. Let's check it out. So you're looking at the presidential vertibird. The assassins could have done something to the vertibird. So repair explosives 50. Examine it, and you search the vertibird and notice a strange item that doesn't belong. Upon further examination, you notice it's a bomb. You skillfully disable the bomb and remove it from the vertibird. So that confirms that this NCR engineer is not an NCR engineer. He's just disguised as an NCR engineer. He's the same one that will have killed Allison's friend and then took his outfit so he could be disguised as an NCR engineer. And then he was the one who accessed that front desk terminal and probably found out that the vertibird needed to be repaired, so he could be like, oh yeah, I'm definitely the guy repairing the computer system or whatever, so you don't have to worry about me messing with the vertibird at all.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to thank you for coming out here today for this very special occasion. It is my pleasure to introduce to you the President of the new California Republic, Aaron Kimball.
Thank you, fellow Californians, who have come so far to answer the call to service put forth by the Republic. It is for you that I have come here, and it is because of you that I am able to do so. We enjoy our privileges because you take the greatest of risks and are prepared to make the most noble sacrifices. It is because of men and women like Private First Class Jeremy Watson that Nevada and the new California Republic remain free and secure. Born in a tin shack on the outskirts of one pine, Jeremy Watson never had it easy. His father worked as a caravan guard on the short route, and his mother, like many Californians, braved the ruins of the old world as a prospector. They suffered through water shortages, raider attacks, and the Brotherhood of War. Like our mighty Sierra Nevadas, they endured. But the time came and they could no longer shoulder the burden alone. 12 years ago, they called out for help, and the Republic heard them. Troopers, rangers, just like you, answered the clarion call. Men and women stepped forward to say, I will carry the weight. And at Owens Lake, we made true on our promise, driving out the raider tribes to establish a lasting peace in the eastern Sierra Nevadas. We carried the weight, and though we left behind many of our brothers and sisters on that battlefield, it did not break us. 10 years ago, Chief Elise met with representatives of the Desert Rangers to discuss terms of what would become the Ranger Unification Treaty. The treaty was more than a resolution to welcome the Desert Rangers into the Republic. It was a covenant to protect Southern Nevada against Caesar's Legion and the tyranny of his regime. There are some back home who ask me, but who are we protecting? What does Nevada to us? Sometimes we forget that the light of our society shines beyond our borders. Sometimes we take those privileges for granted. that our forebears fought so hard to achieve. We must always remember that wherever Californians stand, we carry our principles with us. Equal respect, representation, and protection under the laws of a just republic. This was the same fire that burned in the heart of the old world that preceded us. We are the heirs of that civilization, torchbearers eastward of the Pacific, into the darkness of this wasted land. When the Republic called on the men and women of California to carry that fire across the Mojave, Jeremy Watson answered. You answered. Together you carried the weight. And when PFC Watson's platoon came under attack at Forlorn Hope, he took the greatest risk. Not only for his fellow Californians, but for California itself. He was prepared to make the most noble of sacrifices to defend the principles of our republic, even here, on Nevada soil. His actions are a beacon to all of us who stand here today in tribute to his valor. Private First Class Jeremy Watson, on behalf of the Senate and people of the new California Republic, it is my honor to present you with the Star of Sierra Madre. Not far from this spot, a monument stands as a tribute to the sacrifice made by those who came before us. The men and women who fulfilled the promise we made to the Desert Rangers. Its back is inscribed with the names of the troopers and rangers who carried the weight. And because they made the most noble of sacrifices, it did not break us. 4 years ago, we held this dam. 4 years ago, we carried the weight. 4 years ago, we drew a line through the Mojave as clear as the Colorado River. A line that Caesar cannot cross. Today, you stand here with our brothers and sisters to hold that line. Today, you honor all Californians by carrying that weight. Today, you are the waves of the Pacific, pushing ever eastward. You are the sequoias rising from the Sierra Nevadas, defiant and enduring. You are the great western light of California, torchbearers in the darkness, living reminders of all that is best in our republic. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, let's get the fuck out of here. What the hell are we waiting for? I want to get shot. Let's go.
I like that last little bit, because it's like he doesn't realize he's still in front of the mic or whatever. But it's actually a legitimate speech, too. And literally at any point, you could talk to Ranger Grant about, like, any of the things you ran into, any of the problems or anything. And then he'll immediately just evacuate the president. Now, even though I have access to everywhere and I'm allowed to pull out my guns because I talked to Ranger Grant and whatever, if I didn't talk to Ranger Grant about being able to pull my guns out or anything, they would have all turned hostile when I went to take out that sniper. And even though I was given access everywhere, if I go up to the stage, everybody's going to turn hostile anyway. Now, this guy, he didn't turn hostile or anything, but if we get hidden for a second, he's got his fail-safe detonator. It says redundant because obviously we disabled the, it's weightless and valueless, so we can take it, obviously. It might as well. It's a, it's a unique collectible, but it's useless. He can't do anything with it. And then the president will leave in his vertibird, and Rex is just staring him down because Rex knows. I think he would detonate it about here, but it normally will blow up about there. But obviously, we disabled the bomb and took the detonator, so he literally can't do anything. And now let's talk to him.
Is there a problem here?
I don't know. You tell me. My dog here doesn't like you.
Well, that's too bad. I'm just here to enjoy the show, so if you don't mind.
You mean the show that's already over? Would you happen to know who did maintenance on the president's vertibird?
You will regret this. Die, profligate!
Oh, cool. Thanks for a level up. I'm supposed to immediately go into combat, but instead it gives me a level up. Alright, well anyway, level 62 perk. I'm just going to take a long haul so then I can fast travel when I'm over encumbered.
Bounce.
Like how nobody's doing anything about it. But yeah, now we get a free NCR jumpsuit. Yeah, anyway, let's go talk to Ranger Grant. Even though the quest already completed before, like, right as we were talking to him.
Good job today. You got the president out safe and sound. And I couldn't have done it without you. You have my thanks.
Yeah, don't mention it. Now, it is nice, though, too, because we were actually able to listen to the full speech, which isn't something that normally happens too often, and it is a fairly long speech. And, you know, like I said, it's an actual legitimate speech. Like, it's not a bad speech at all. If you're wondering what I'm doing, I'm just going to throw his body off the side of the dam. There, just had to cut it up a little bit. Because apparently I can't lift it up over... Yeah, apparently his body's a little too heavy and I'm just not able to lift it over the thing. Why am I not able to lift his body over? Alright, whatever. Well, anyway. I guess we don't need to... The speech is over. He's not even here anymore.
You better get out of here.
But yeah, anyway, we could look at the body. So this is the actual Ranger who got thrown off the side. We can take his stuff, because why not? Let me head to the top. No, whoops, I don't know why I looked straight down. There's the sniper, and this is the Legionary, who, I don't know where he got his armor from, but he got it from somewhere. This is the radio that you can make the Star Wars reference on. I'm gonna see if I can actually still talk on the radio. Nope, just static. Well, if it was during the quest, if I would have come over here, we would be able to talk to Ranger Grant through here. And I don't know if you need Wild Wasteland or not. I honestly don't remember if you need it to make the Star Wars reference. Oh, that's right, there's an invisible wall here. For some reason I can't jump off because there's an invisible wall. But anyway, before we end off the video, we're going to go report back to Colonel Moore and let her know of our success. Even though, you know, she should already know of our success and she was literally here, but,
Is the president safe?
You were literally there. You escorted him to the stage and you escorted him back to his vertibird. But yes, he is departed safely.
Good. His death could have had a major impact on morale. This whole affair was ill-advised from the start, and I, for one, am glad it's over. While you were out, General Oliver arrived and briefed all senior officers regarding a change in our strategy. I'm not at liberty to divulge what was said, but I've been instructed to send you to him immediately. He set up his camp in the office area at the south end of this power plant. Dismissed.
Alrighty. So you are committing to fight with the NCR at the Battle for Hoover Dam, which will determine the fate of New Vegas for decades to come. If there's anything you want to do before you enter the battle, do it now before you cross the point of no return. So I am obviously not ready yet. There's a couple more things I want to do before we finish off the game. So we're almost done. We're almost done, everyone. We just got a couple more things to do. Next time, I already know what I'm doing. I'm not going to say just yet. Although I did say a while ago, or maybe it was a couple episodes ago, what I was planning on doing after I finish For the Republic Part 2. And that is what I'm going to be doing next time. And then there might only be 3 more episodes in this playthrough. And then we will be done with this first initial Fallout New Vegas playthrough. So, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, I would appreciate you dropping a like on it. If you happen to be new to my channel, I would appreciate you subscribing. And if you're interested in any of the mods I'm using, I got a Google document. The link to that is in the description. And in that Google document, I have the link to every single mod that I'm using. And I'm constantly updating that with the most up-to-date mods that I am using. So it's always fully up-to-date and accurate. I also got a link to my Discord server in case you want to join that as well. Other than that, I hope you have a great rest of your day, morning, evening, nighttime, afternoon, whatever time it is for you, for whatever time zone you are in. And I will catch you all later. DeltaWolf out.